Oh, good, you're awake. Are you up for another visitor? Because someone would like to meet you.
I'd like to meet him, too.
Did I say him?
Didn't have to. It's written all over your face.
Ta-da!
Oh. You're Mel.
So, you're Blair.
I've heard a lot about you.
Ditto. You're high in Dorian's book.
Ditto.
She's a terrific woman.
Well, I take after her.
Yeah, yes, you do, yes.
I've, actually, Dorian read me your piece that you wrote him. It's amazing you have a better fix on my life than I do. How do you do that?
Ask the right questions. Listen to the answers.
I look forward to reading more of your work.
I plan on writing a piece about your full recovery.
Good.
I know this is not your focus right now, nor should it be. But I intend to find out who caused your accident.
Well, my husband doesn't seem to think that there was anyone else there.
I do.
If you can convince Todd, then...
A signed confession wouldn't convince Todd. To expect him to be rational is to expect water to pour from a stone.
You know, when you wrote the piece about Todd, you seemed to respect him. Maybe you can help Dorian understand him.
No. She does. She does, actually. Just her perspective is different. But she and Todd share a common interest, Star, and you.
I'm afraid they'll kill each other while I'm in Philadelphia.
Don't worry. Dorian will do the right thing without my encouragement. Besides being a very smart woman, she has a world-class good heart. Good luck tomorrow. I look forward to your return, sound of body.
Thank you.
I'll be outside.
Now I understand.
I really just wanted to thank you for everything you did today, especially for the moral support at the diner.
Well, over the years, I've learned the importance of the care and feeding of one's publisher. You're welcome.
I am truly appreciative of the way you handled Kevin. Not many reporters would have been as generous as you were. He was way out of line. Sit down.
Well, he won't do it again. At least not to me. I like your kid. He's got a lot of hustle. He did a nice piece of work.
So did you.
A story like that writes itself. Kevin reminds me of my son, Frank.
The television newsman?
Well, right now he's just a talking haircut, but I'm proud to say he's fighting with his management to let him do more reporting.
Oh. Now, you have 3 children, right?
2 sons and a daughter.
Oh. I do too.
My kids, they're a little crazy and obsessive. I must say, they're far better citizens than their father ever was. Of course, given me, that's not too hard to pull off. Dorothy's studying to be a social worker in Manhattan.
Oh, that's God's work.
Indeed. And Roger's out there on the cutting edge of computer software design. I tried to keep up with him for a little while, but I felt like I was in Oz.
Clint made me learn spreadsheets.
Roger keeps threatening to come down from Boston to check up on me. I can say with assurance he'd be delighted to look over your setup.
Oh, I'm quite sure we can use the help. Your family sounds close.
The kids are. My mother says the ultimate satisfaction in life is to live long enough and colorfully enough to become the despair of your children. She's set a formidable example. But I'm working on it.
You mention your mother frequently.
She's a pistol.
Is that it?
Well, that's all I can manage at the end of a long day.
What about your wife?
She was a sensational human being. Lovely in body and in spirit. Independent. Wise. Far more supportive of me than I deserved.
I will bet that she thought you deserved nothing but the best.
You're right. She did.
How long were you married?
27 years.
Wow.
I proposed to her the week I graduated Columbia. The night I landed my first job on the Post. And we started having babies right away. Then, I was assigned to Vietnam, and she didn't see me for 2 years.
Ooh, that's hard. She must have been very proud of your work.
Yes, she was. My father was, too, surprisingly.
Why is that surprising?
Neil was a World War II vet. Distinguished Service Cross, Purple Heart. Vietnam sent him into a tailspin. He couldn't believe the people of this country couldn't respect the decisions of their president and commander-in-chief. He took it hard when he found out all the reports that we were filing were true, and it was a god-awful mess. The day I got home, we sat up for hours while he asked questions and agonized and tried to figure out what it all meant for the Republic. I hope my father knew how much I loved him. He died of cancer in '94.
Boy, you had 2 major losses in a short space of time.
Oh, yeah.
You were fortunate to have had a father like that. I did not.
I'm sorry. I couldn't believe that madness down at the diner. My poor Carlotta. And you. Are you all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, Kevin behaved irresponsibly, but then what else is new? Vicky, I'd be curious to know your opinion of your son's role in the destruction of my daughter's marriage.
I have spent the better part of today in reaction to my son and my stepson being at the center of a hostage crisis. Now, you and I discussed Kevin and Cassie in a relatively civilized manner at the hospital. I'm not in any mood for this.
I have spent the better part of my life reacting to the trouble and the pain which has been caused my family by the Lords and the Buchanans. Oh, see, as usual. You always do this, the same smug, dismissive denial. But, Vicky, we both know that you have indulged Kevin's selfish and self-centered behavior since the day that he was born, and you probably encouraged him in this.
Encouraged him? Are you insane?
No, Vicky. No, it's you who always falls back on the insanity defense.
Kevin and Cassie are adults. They share equal responsibility for what happened. And Dorian, if indeed Andrew and Cassie's marriage is over, why in God's name would you pretend to be upset? May I point out that you have never liked Andrew?
Well, my personal feelings have nothing to do with this.
That'll be the day.
No. My grandson, River, is going to be traumatized by this divorce, and Kevin pursued Cassie relentlessly and shamelessly. But then again, his mother has a very tattered record when it comes to respecting the sanctity of marriage.
Okay, that's enough. Now I have had a hideous day, and I am going home to a hot tub and to Mr. Vivaldi. May I suggest that you go soak yourself?
Quitting time. Now walk me out.
I saw a whole other side of Andrew today, and it made me learn something more about you.
Mother?
Oh.
What are you doing here?
Hurricane Dorian is just passing through. Carry on. He's seeing you.
Thank God for that man.